Join us for 3 days in Ushuaia. This is el fin del mundo, the end of the world. It's very far south on the 54th parallel, and it's part of an island, La Tierra del Fuego. There is so much to do here, and we actually weren't going to come down here. We weren't sure if it was for us or what to do, but there's lots of hiking. It is quite muddy, so make sure you've got some good shoes. It's so beautiful. This is in December, which is almost summer, and there's snow still everywhere, which is cool to see. You can drink the water out of the rivers when you're hiking. This hike that we did here is called Laguna Esmeralda, and it's super beautiful, like 2 to 3 or 4 hours depending. It's just out of town, like 20 minutes out of Ushuaia. You can catch a taxi, bus or Uber. The food down here in southern Patagonia is amazing. There's a lot of lamb, so this is one cute little restaurant that I found. The decor was super cute. There's so many nice restaurants. You can get lamb, you can get king crab down here as well. But if you prefer to cook, there's some big supermarkets here that are really cheap as well. I had this lamb with pepper sauce and chips or fries and a cheeky little beer from Patagonia. It was delicious. The next day we went on a boat that goes out into the bay, and I highly, highly recommend this. This cost us about $35. We bought the ticket on the day. But if you're here in high season, I would recommend that you pre-book, but just check the prices because they seem to charge a little bit more online. There's lots of different operators and lots of boats every day. Some of them are dependent on the weather, but it was a little bit windy, but not so bad for us. But also it's a catamaran, so it's a little bit more stable. This cute little lighthouse was built in the 1920s, and now it runs off solar power. It still works. You get to get off the boat and go on this little island, which is a nature reserve, so you need to be really careful, but it's super beautiful to get pictures of the mountains. You can see sea lions. And after that, we tried some more beer from Patagonia and a bit of steak, which was melt in your mouth, really cheap from the supermarket. The next day, we went out for another hike, and this one is to Gracias, este. No sé, I don't know if I'm saying that right, but anyways, it was good. We hiked for about 4 or 5 hours, and you definitely want to pick a day that is not too windy because it's very open when you go all the way up the top. I also highly recommend this hike if you're into hiking. It was very beautiful. It's a little bit harder than the Laguna Esmeralda and a little bit more muddy. You have to walk through some snow and over some little bridges, but it's really, really beautiful. Again, we couldn't Uber out here. You can get a taxi, or there's a little shuttle from the end of the trailhead which goes every day, but I'm not sure of the times. It is really muddy, as I said, so make sure you got some good shoes, and you'd have to do like river crossings and things like that. We didn't have any sun, and as you can see, it was cold. The wind wasn't too bad, but it is quite exposed up the top, so take a jacket. You walk along this frozen lake, and here you're pretty much at the top. If you don't want to walk all the way around the lake, like, you can stay there, but there is caves on the other side of the lake. You'll see everyone kind of heading over there. And you can go inside, but I wouldn't recommend it without a guide or some knowledge of caving. And then down we go. There was heaps of snow, and sometimes it's easier to just slide down than it is to walk. We didn't have crampons or anything, but if there was more snow, you'd probably need it. And at the end, we went for a swim. This water was icy cold. I sat in there for 5 minutes, and it did make me feel better, but it was very hard. There is plenty of other things to do that we didn't get to do, but I highly recommend a visit to Ushuaia.